unmute them.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Monday. Riley back from the Bahamas.
Wow,
Michael
dude.
with the chat, and Tony holding it down on the other side of the glass. How you fellas doing?
Doing great, dude. Tremendous Monday. I know you're not happy with the weather, but totally stoked for this week. A lot to go over from the weekend. A lot of sports happening this week, too. Stoked to be here, dude.
There's so much to talk about. It's
So
actually
much.
insane. What would you guys say? Honestly, not even like extending it longer, but just a free-flowing conversation covering every single thing that there's going on, plus the trips and Bitcoin, all that. Would 4 hours, 5 hours?
Easily, dude.
Probably.
Mhm.
Probably. So somehow we'll fit it a little less time than that. And it's so nice to see all these comments already. Everybody's riled up for yet another week of the Sports Port, and we might as well start there. So what do we got here?
Yeah, we have a lot here. One that stuck out to me right away is just Buckta. Russell Wilson to the Steelers.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Saw that
Something
this
we were
morning.
ahead of.
Saw that this morning.
Which
Totally
we'll
ahead of
talk
it, dude.
about for
Crazy.
sure.
And
So
we
that
got
was
Kev
pretty
Du.
cool.
Kev Du coming in with a let's go.
Let's go.
We want the smoke. What's up, Yankee boys?
The
Shout
Yankee
out to
boys.
What's up?
Tony,
Jewish Juan
Mike,
Soto was on your team,
Pranay,
Kev? What's
and
up?
the rest of the crew. Shout out to Matty G and Jay Bird. Hashtag TCA.
Wow.
Hashtag DTV. Hashtag Sportsport. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we got a lot from Buckta. Buckta's just coming in real hot.
I know
this
you're probably
morning.
tight about Tatum.
Yes, I was talking to him over the weekend.
Tatum,
Riley about 2
Tatum.
Laker wins. Watch me to mention
He
them on
just
the
said
Sports
that.
Sport, which
Really?
I
Big
just
wins for the
did.
Lakers
So
this
there you go,
weekend.
Michael.
Against very good teams. Yeah, I mean, Timberwolves didn't have Rudy Gobert or
Karl Anthony Towns.
but yeah,
But they did have Jimmy Jordan.
yeah.
Michael left.
What else do we got here? Yeah, a lot of Tatum slander from Buckta. Obviously, you can't get over that he's a superstar.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Dude,
That's
Ryan's
fine.
getting angry.
That's fine. It's Buckterville in here. Haha, happy Monday, fam.
Thank you, Josh B.
Buckta hits him with a Josh
B.
B. What is up, everyone? Let's have a great show. Let's go. Shout out DTV. Hashtag the company. Hashtag the company. And as always, kick rocks, Kev.
Classic,
Burn it.
dude.
And then
We know he's around for Yankee season.
Your mom said, "Did you watch the Oscars?"
Yes, Mom.
Did you call her?
I did watch the
Oscars recap with your mother. Did you do it?
Spoke to her this morning. No time for the Oscars recap. However, obviously, Binge Buddies Tuesday, 8 p.m., by the way, late night.
8 p.m. Movies?
tomorrow.
Movies before or no?
I don't know. Michael doesn't look very happy about it.
But you were thinking about
But I'll go. Maybe I'll bring Riley with me. He needs to see a movie. And then, yeah, tomorrow. So tomorrow, 8 p.m., Oscars recap, the whole kit and caboodle. Be there.
Breaking news.
Oh, shit.
Bengals franchise wide receiver T. Higgins has
dude.
requested a trade
Oh,
per sources.
no.
Higgins loves Cincinnati and hopes to be with the team long term, but is disappointed that the team has not had any talks about a long-term contract extension since March 2023.
Wow.
He's ready to move on to a new home, and this is per Adam Schefter.
What do you think about that, dude?
It doesn't surprise me, honestly, because, he's in the shadows of Jamar Chase, and he's not to that level yet. He could get there, and I think they kind of look at him, well, he's our number 2 wide receiver. Let's franchise him. Let's not give him a boatload of money right now, and let's take advantage of having him, at a lower salary. And it's like, you do that, especially this day and age. I think it used to be different. Now they're just done. They want to trade, and that's it.
I mean, do you think it's the right move for him?
Yes, because I think that he's the number 1 wide receiver. and they just obviously were fortunate to pick him where they picked him, and kind of he slid under the radar. He should have been drafted higher than he was. So, obviously there's a lot going on in the NFL that
So
we'll
much,
get to,
dude.
but had to bring that into the mix for sure. So much to get to, but I just wanted to start with like the trip breakdown. Obviously, we got my trip, Riley's trip, but I'm very interested to hear about the Bahamas, Riley. Give us some footnotes from there.
It was a good time. Just, a lot of fun. Friends down there. Weather was beautiful.
Perfect every day.
It was the perfect 80 and partly sunny. Like it's not like the sun's beating on you all day. It was perfect.
Barnes.
There was
Riley's hurting, but can you tell?
Yeah.
He's hurting.
Yeah, he is hurting.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
definitely
hurting a
dude.
little bit. I mean, you drink for 4 straight days.
He said he felt like paper.
Where
one
are
night.
you?
Yeah.
Did you, as the trip progressed, did you tone it down, or you kind of just kept it up?
I just
Ramped it
kept
up,
it up
dude.
the whole time because you'll never. I feel like I'll never be in a situation like that again. Like if I'm going back down
That's
there,
sad.
I'm going to the Baja Mar, a nice resort.
Wait, where did you
Mhm.
stay?
The place next to it, which is basically like a spring break resort. Like
Oh,
it's just all inclusive. Like every
So
drink
Tony
was
would have had a
free.
good time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Tony would have
Yeah.
been robbed.
But it was a
Oh,
great
yeah,
time. I was perfect amount of time though. Like
Yeah.
I needed to get back home.
Barnes needs
4
something more
days was all I could do.
No, I do actually really want to go back to the Bahamas. And I think I mentioned this
I've been
last
to
time.
Atlanta.
We talked about. I've been there as well. Didn't stay there. So I would love to stay there, but I just went on a cruise just for the day. So it's you don't get the true experience. And how did golf? Did you end up hitting the links?
Did
Or
not hit the links.
Really?
Brought my clubs, didn't hit the links.
You
what
brought
happened
your
there?
clubs?
Too hungover?
Just it never
Right.
fit into anyone else's time. Like I wanted to play, but I'm not going to play a solo round.
I
would've
in the
just said, fuck
Bahamas. And then
Yeah,
I
Barnes
can't
would.
believe no one wanted to play with
my
you.
buddies want to just keep hitting. The
You
beach.
didn't talk about it beforehand.
No, but I also that part didn't even suck. It was just checking a bag.
That's why he
that
needs
didn't get used.
you. Barnes.
Yeah, the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
golf. Yeah,
No,
you
but then you
paid
just
for
go.
the clubs.
You just go.
Oh, yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
he needs to learn
Um,
from you.
Any trips to Carmine's or any of those type of restaurants there?
No, good. We hit this place called the Swimming Pig at the
Uh-huh.
Baja Mar. It was really good. This place Fila, this Italian spot was
Uh-huh.
really good, but just super
Expensive.
Yeah, but it was so worth it.
Was it the clearest water you ever seen? Or?
Oh my god, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It
Better than
was
the water in
so,
Rhode
the
Island?
water. It was way better. No, not way better, but it was.
But you
better.
just said way
No,
better.
no,
now.
no.
That
But
was-
to be honest, it's I
Night
feel
and
like
day.
so for Northeast, Rhode Island probably is the best. But then when you compare it to places like the
Whoa,
Bahamas and stuff,
yeah.
it kind of
it really is. There's nothing.
It makes you
No,
when
yeah.
you come back home,
Well,
you don't even want to go there.
It's a different type of water.
Yeah.
it's
Why
just
is it so? It's so cold though, because I go in Western all the time. It is never warm. The water is
Yeah.
never warm.
it isn't.
Which is annoying because it's a nice place, obviously.
It's because it's probably not polluted or anything.
Why would
but,
that makes no
yeah, no,
sense?
that's-
So all the southern border of the equator is just all polluted.
What?
All any warm water is polluted.
I didn't say that.
That's
Wait,
basically
where
what
is this coming from?
he said. It's probably because it's not polluted. The water being cold.
Well, the water around here is disgusting and nasty and
Okay, this is Long Island
But-
Sound.
okay.
So even though I know you have your Connecticut vendetta,
No, it's just
Tony, but
Connecticut.
now it's on to Rhode Island.
No,
I was really just making a general joke. I don't know why you guys get so tight.
Well, we were talking about the Rhode Island water, weren't we?
well, he was
No,
basically.
you were
he
saying
was-
you were saying
he
I
was
don't know
giving
why
props.
it's so cold. You said I don't
Rhode
know why
Island.
it's so. Yeah.
Rhode Island. Yes.
Oh, I think you meant the. Oh.
No, I was talking about Rhode Island. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever, dude. Let's just move on
Um,
from this. I don't know why you're making a big deal about it.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Like
I
you're
just
really searching.
like
for
I
it, dude.
go to
Michael
the beach.
K.
I go to the beach here, honestly, but it's just I don't know. Don't you think it's gonna beat?
I mean, Hammonasset Beach is nice around here.
Is it though,
The
Michael?
only
honestly,
thing that
come
that's
on.
ham and acid.
Is it
Yeah.
nice though?
Are
I
you
feel
talking about Musquamicut?
No. Well, he said
Hammonasset
Hammonasset.
Beach.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
in the
no.
car.
So
Hammonasset.
ham and acid, the one that's what 40 minutes away from us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Hammonasset.
Yeah, I don't mind
Like,
it.
am I
We've done a
fucking
day
crazy?
trip
But
there.
it's not oh my
Well,
god,
Long Island Sound
I'm
water
so
is
excited
different.
to be at Hammonasset. It's so beautiful. You know what I mean? Come on, let's be real.
Yeah,
You're
but it's nice that it's around here. The only thing that's I literally one time I got yelled at by the lifeguard for throwing a ball in the water.
No, he did.
Yeah,
He
no,
did,
no.
He did.
Matt hasn't told
And
you.
I was like,
that's
no,
his line
no.
he had to say for 15 years. Ball in the water.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
Fairfield Beach. You can't have the ball in the water.
Dude, I
He
thought
has
that
to
was
be-
so ridiculous. I
but in
literally,
Rhode
dude,
Island, they don't do that.
I got so
No.
angry at the lifeguards. Like, what? I can't have any fun?
Yeah, he said
I
that.
guys
literally
can't have fun
have
anymore?
He said that. He said that.
No fun beach.
Yeah, he said
Yeah. Like, what the hell,
Oh
dude?
man, I know I've asked you this before, but when you're at home in Rhode Island, what is the beach you go to?
So you mainstream Gansett Town Beach.
I've been there.
If you want to find different places, you can go to Sand Hill Cove, which is good. Scarborough's all right, but they're all basically the same. It's on that obviously that coastline in Narragansett, but the people there can be different sometimes.
Is there any difference
really?
there versus Misquamicut or no?
Yeah, I would say the water in Narragansett Bay, like that. Misquamicut's kind of the start of the Long Island Sound, so like that water's not great. But then when you get close to Narragansett, it's Narragansett Bay. It's just like open Atlantic.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot. I always forget that place in Rhode Island. I like
Providence,
no. You're
Portsmouth.
No, it's you have to go
Northport.
over a bridge to get to it.
Newport,
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you know what it is.
Tiverton.
Is it a beach? Is it a downtown area?
It's got like a dope downtown.
That's Newport.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Michael. come
Newport's
on. The
like
huge
beautiful.
bridge, right? To get there.
Yeah.
Huge? Yeah.
It's like one of our
That's
nicest
what it is.
places.
Yeah, that is Newport.
Barnes getting
then.
tight at you.
Mansions
I'm
are
sorry.
there.
Come on, Michael. Come on.
No, it has a college campus there too.
Yeah,
South
South
Virginia.
Virginia.
Dude, I
all
love-
the mansions.
Yo,
Michael, the
yes.
mansions.
I always
yes.
walk that strip there when I
Yeah,
go.
it's Thames
That's sick.
Street.
Yo, I love that. They
Yeah.
got that whole strip with the shops. Totally
Yeah.
my vibe.
Yeah,
Tony,
it's
we got to
sick
go there
there.
this summer. I'm telling you.
Let's go, dude.
No, Newport's one of
No,
the like.
Last summer we were there. We
Best
did
places
the
ever.
boat ride around the harbor. You would really liked it.
Barnes,
honestly.
we got to
Who
plan
did?
it where you're there.
Yeah.
We link up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
and maybe
absolutely.
Riley too.
Maybe
I live
Riley.
on the same island as Newport. So
You live on.
You see how he said that?
You know
Well,
what?
it's
It
like
actually
true.
That's
we
almost
really
like the
should-
All-State goalie
We
comment.
really should go there too because
It's true.
my
There's
my
Quinnipiac Island.
cousin's wife, her family like runs an Italian restaurant there. I haven't tried it yet, but supposedly it's like
Let's do it.
amazing in downtown.
What's it
Newport.
called?
That's what we're doing.
Don't know?
I'll
Get the name.
Yeah, I'll get the name.
and when we go, we got to ask, hey, we're gonna be coming. Can we film? Blah blah
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. They'll hook it up.
We're coming in. Can we
Definitely.
film?
Yeah.
blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So it's just great. Like I said, I mean, I think 5 hours easily.
Yeah. So
easily.
let's go. Like Carolinas.
Oh, yes,
you want to ask me about my
Carolinas.
weekend? You can ask me about my weekend if you want.
Yeah.
You can care about my weekend.
anything crazy?
No, I'm actually dying to get the story out because I literally kept
Go,
thinking of you the
go.
entire night. Friday night, horseshoe.
Yep.
Right. Whatever. Have a good time. Pool.
Mhm.
Not that
Yo,
crowded.
hilarious.
One guy there. His name was
Yep.
Michael, of course.
Always a Michael.
Second he saw me, that
Yeah.
guy was like Carlos Rodon.
Yeah.
The whole night calling me Carlos
He's
Rodon.
wasted, Barnes.
Wasted,
Gone.
dude.
Did you say anything?
But
Kinda
the
just-
third time he called me Rodon, I was like, "Hey, I'm a Mets fan."
Yeah.
And of course,
yeah.
he literally popped like
You were tight actually.
popped with the ex-wife there. By the way, his
Ex-wife.
ex-wife was there.
He said she-
Yeah,
literally, he said she follows me around.
me
so-
around.
That's what he said.
Oh my god!
Of course, dude. Like like Fairfield for lifer. New Thorn actually.
New
too.
Thorn.
New Thorn.
What do you mean new Thorn?
He went to school.
No,
with
he
him.
knew him. Went to high school.
Okay.
With him, of course. Fairfield. They were
Thorn's a professor.
Thorn's a professor. I went to school with John Mayer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck away from me.
Terrible. Terrible.
But so that was really the one story.
No, but then he hits tell him about when he sinks
Oh,
the
okay.
shot, hits the 8-ball. It's hilarious.
The guy
Alright, so-
did or
Yeah.
you?
He is a pool.
He is in pool.
Sadly,
What happened there?
Tony
he was,
honestly was a little off that game.
yeah, I was a little off. that game.
Wow, taking accountability. I didn't.
No, yeah. So like,
Yeah.
you know what it is too. I'm gonna blame Michael on this one. I
Oh, yeah,
never.
sounds like it now.
I was
accountability.
hitting dude Barnes. When I tell you the guy was like, wow, he was calling me out. You're not gonna make this.
Yeah,
Certain
yeah,
shots, bro, sunk him.
Mhm.
Wow.
And he was good too.
He
Again, like,
was. He locked in when he
clearly,
saw
like,
him sunk
a
those.
Fairfield lifer,
Yeah.
knows the pool table
Yeah.
and whatever, dude. But
What is that? Why you gotta add that? The
What?
Fairfield lifer.
because like, I'm just saying, like, he's here. This is his spot.
he
you know?
is. He is.
I'm an outsider.
Yeah.
Right. Which we call, and I don't know. For some reason, I never do well when we're playing with triples. Just not. I just get
Oh,
never.
Renee was involved.
You never get the momentum, you know, because you play doubles, you alternate, but then you put a third person, and then it's like every other person.
You know what it
Yeah.
is? I
going,
think
it's-
there's too much drinking in between shots. That's probably why.
You know what? You're
'Cause
probably
there's more
right, dude.
time.
More time between
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
You're drinking. You know,
Yeah.
like priorities change.
Yeah.
You lose focus because
Right.
I'm like, all right, I gotta wait a while now. Anywho, Michael had moved one of the high bar top chairs
Yo,
Mhm.
dude.
to where
'Cause-
you would sit
'cause-
actually by
yeah,
the
'cause
table for the sports.
Yeah,
bar.
because I'm like resting on
Yeah,
it.
for whatever reason, right? And this guy is on the 8-ball shot, right? And he sinks the 8-ball.
I leave now.
Yeah, he had walked around, whatever. So the chair is just there, and
Right.
he has his back to the chair. So he hits the 8-ball, and he like, throws the pool cue, and he
Throws
like
it.
literally takes like two big back steps to be like fuck yeah, and didn't know the table was there, the chair. hits the chair, almost falls over. Right,
dude.
like his buddy catches him. Mike's like, "Oh my god!" And then Mike goes, "Thank God I put the chair there to break your fall."
Oh my god.
Like
Wow.
that. I'm like, dude,
Was he like drinking like straight vodka or something?
No, he
Came
dude,
in hammered.
dude. Again, like so many people come into that bar late night, hammered. Like
okay.
he was already hammered when he walked in. Like maybe he had a drink there. To
The
be
funny
honest.
part is too, his like how he's acting was so
Yeah.
extreme that
so extreme.
Dean, our buddy Dean,
Oh, so I was gonna ask. Dean
Yeah.
was working.
Dean was like, all right,
Yeah.
like they're turning off the lights now.
Yeah,
right?
literally.
So they kick him out. We're like, now we're putting on our stuff. We're like gonna
Yeah,
leave. And they're
close
like,
out.
they're like, you guys want to play another game?
Yeah,
and
you
have
guys-
another beer?
you guys can
You guys
stay.
can stay.
Oh my.
We just wanted them to leave.
So we played 2 games because Dean and I
Yeah.
cleaned house. Him
Yeah.
and Renee
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
Kyle and Justin.
Yeah.
And Dean played pool with us, and they had another couple
That's
drinks.
awesome.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
such
dude.
a nice, fun way to close the
Oh
night.
my god,
Yeah,
that's great.
that's great.
We were there
That's
till like
great.
after 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
Just hanging out, dude. Having a
literally.
good time.
great.
Cheers.
That's what
Cheers.
happens when you have the in.
I
Dude,
know,
it's
dude.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's dope being there, knowing that we are a part of the team, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I
like-
mean, you just feel secure there. You know,
Yeah.
you have people who are
Right.
owners of the bar and sober just to be like, whatever.
yeah, and they like every time you walk in,
They're
dude,
just nice.
literally drinks are there ready.
It's
So
like
sick,
it's
dude.
like something you would see on like a sitcom.
It's Cheers.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
It's literally
exactly.
cheers. Like
Yeah.
they like we walk in, it's my Coke with the straw
Yeah.
Mhm.
and a Guinness ready to go, dude.
Bang,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's
It's
awesome.
sick.
They're awesome.
But yeah, it was a good night. Oh, then Sunday I golfed.
He had a tough time though.
It was just a lot, dude, because I was
The group, like
Yeah, we did the group. We
Okay.
did, TPC, fucking Fairchild.
TPC.
That's what they were calling it, like TPC.
Yeah, it's a
whatever.
little
black course,
We did do the black horse, and
Harder.
We did the full 18,
harder, right?
and we walked it.
You were tired.
Honestly, no. I felt great. I was like happy to walk it. Honestly, but
Over under 120.
honestly, I don't know my score yesterday, but I was plus 52 over the 3 days.
Plus 52
Yeah.
for 27 holes.
9 yeah, for 27 holes.
Yeah.
So it was all right.
Yeah.
Came in 3rd place out of 6.
Okay.
So,
So,
there,
middle of the,
there we go.
Where'd Domek?
he dropped out.
Domek had to drop out because again, like
I know it's embarrassing.
it was just the whole
So
thing
third out
pissed
of
me
5,
off.
then,
The-
definitely. Technically.
no, technically 3rd out of 6.
The
Okay.
6th place is a WD.
Even if he did finish, still
No, I'm
would-
saying he's a WD.
Yeah,
but
WD.
was he low? Oh, but he didn't play 18, so it's like he just had the one round.
He had one round, yeah, yeah. So,
one house.
because this is what kept pissing me off too. Because obviously this was scheduled for last week. The rain.
We had
and then-
Sandy's surprise birthday party here yesterday.
Oh wow!
Literally 50 people.
Wow.
So he also was factoring that in Tuesday. Just wanted to add that.
Yeah. So like, the whole it just fucked us up with the rain, dude. Is what it did. In the last 4 holes, downpouring.
What about before that?
Before
Just
the last 4
overcast?
holes?
Like, because I was
Yeah.
still coming back.
Honestly, dude,
just
it was like
overcast
it was
and
cold, and it was windy, bro.
Oh, really?
It literally like hit a ball like off the tee, and I saw it like coming back at me a little bit. I was like, "This is fucking bogus, dude." And it's like literally, like I mean, you know me, I don't get out to golf as
Right.
much as I'd like to.
right.
And of course, the one fucking time, it's like you're struggling with the weather, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the fairways were a fucking ocean. Some of them on some of the
Yeah, it's
holes,
just
like
not fun.
No.
it was just not. And it's like
That's like trying to golf today. Like,
literally, dude. Oh my god, it was so. And then again, in the last 4 holes, couldn't even film, because it was raining.
Oh, right. I wasn't even.
And
thinking
then
about
literally the last 2 holes, it was just like hit it and run because it was pouring. Had to finish like.
that. Yeah. Oh, that's
that's
So
just
and the
the
last hole
worst.
on the 18 is like that fucking big ass uphill par 5. And it was just like, it was just a tough way to end it, dude.
Yeah,
In
the
the
black course is
downpour,
tough.
dude. Yeah, the
Black
black
course-
course,
Black course
is tough.
is much better.
But I guess it was nice because of the weather. There was no one really out there. So.
But it's not like, I mean, you're kind of thinking, well, I mean, the weather
Yeah,
played a
you're
big
the
part.
only idiots.
Yeah,
Um,
literally, dude. The one group came to us afterwards because we were like, after the 18th hole, we just like went by the clubhouse by Tommy's, Vaz's
Yeah.
right there, like under the overpass, just like
Yeah,
because we're like cold and shivering. And then some guy came out here with his fucking handguards. Oh wow, like good for you guys having the courage to go out there. We saw you. We were like, we're getting out of here, and we saw you guys all on there. Like, good for them. I was like, yeah, good for us.
But you're not the experience, like, it didn't like discourage you like going forward. This
No,
offseason.
no.
To be honest, dude, I think I've been the most consistent and best off the tee ever in my life these
Turned into
past
relief.
3 times. Yeah, literally. And like,
Yeah.
it's so funny because I was talking to you, like, what do you want to improve? I was like, the tee.
The tee.
And like now, it's just my iron work, dude. I think I
Yeah.
need new irons.
I
I feel like
they're short. If they're short, that's
they're
it.
too short.
How's
and
your
I feel-
wedge
and-
Probably
and I-
short and light. I
and
think they're too
Yeah,
light.
and I feel like they're from like the 90s.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like they're
no,
my uncle's old clubs. Like they're definitely
said
not.
no,
They're like
no.
Spaldings too. It's not, you
Can't
know.
do it.
I don't think it's the irons.
I don't think it's the irons either, but I would
I have
honestly do
90s clubs.
I don't
I've
need
been-
anything. I could just do it.
I've
Yeah,
been
but you
making. You
definitely-
don't have anything,
But you
though.
But I
definitely
could
get
do it.
You get more yardage with newer clubs. Like,
Yeah.
you just
No, 100%,
Spaldings?
100%. But I think before you make a club change, you got to make sure you're hitting it like flush.
No, but see, that's
Like,
what I
don't
would
make
think. I
a
feel
club
like-
change if you're like spraying it to the right.
No, because I feel like honestly, like when I was hitting my irons, like I was making great contact.
I honestly
Okay.
think too, just one lesson,
Yeah.
a couple tweaks make a huge
Yeah, I
difference.
think so too. I was getting a few pointers, of course.
Yeah.
You know, from Such and Connor and everything,
Yeah.
which is great because like they've been golfing forever. Obviously, I've not. So like they're
Yeah.
they're giving me some good pointers. And that's why I really enjoy honestly golfing with people
You had to get the
to get the pointers. Because if I don't, no
because
drinks actually,
yeah.
which is kind of crazy. First time golfing sober like ever.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, honestly, I focus on my game.
You
a
really,
lot more,
you really
dude.
don't like going sober, bro?
I do. No. I like if I'm like going for low scores. If I'm playing with my buddies, then I need to.
Right.
But what if you're playing?
Not even get drunk. Like I don't need.
But even if
Right.
it's a cash match, like you
Even if it's if it's a cash match and everyone else is, then
Matt.
yes. If it's a cash match and one person isn't,
Cash back
then I
again.
won't.
Yeah.
then it's serious.
Yeah, but see, like
Yeah.
if I do, like, I don't know. I feel like when I'm golfing, it's either I'm drinking the whole time or I'm not drinking at all.
But sometimes it's nice sober front nine, and
Yeah.
then, you know,
Oh, I never thought
have
about
a
it like
couple
that, I
links
guess.
at
Yeah.
the turn. You know?
I always just keep it usually pretty casual. Even if I'm drinking, it's like maybe two beers in the front. like,
Yeah,
2 beers in the
exactly.
back.
But
I'm
you-
not getting bombed.
but you
out
can't have like
Mhm.
4 transfute. Like
No.
like when we,
No, then
I think we had 4, right?
because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
turns into like my pet peeve when like if you're golfing with your buddies and one person just gets toasted by like
Yeah.
the 8th hole and it's like, dude, we have like the rest.
Yeah.
Of, like,
Yeah.
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
also I've never had that problem before.
It is kind of nice too, though. Like if you do like kind of like go
Except
too
for everyone wants to
crazy,
get
but
toasted
then
when they're
you just
golfing.
happen to luck out and like you still play really well. Like that's the
Oh
best.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
crush
find
it
that
every
happy
time.
medium
Yeah.
where you're better than you usually are.
House.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to
No,
show
no, I
show
know.
Yo,
Tony.
honestly, dude, we gotta get out. Dude,
Yeah.
Also, again, like Fairchild Wheeler student discount,
Yeah.
20 or $30
What's
for
the
for
professor
18.
discount?
There's none.
An apple.
There's no. Yeah.
And let me just put it this way: like I want to like do that so bad. Like me, Fairchild Wheeler. I would say it's step up
Are
above
you-
the par 3 for me.
Are you sure you're like that's?
I mean, let's do the
Good enough for
black,
you?
dude. Like, no, it is. It's not.
I
It's
feel
not like,
bad. I feel bad. I know his standards are.
get the fuck out of here. There's some tough holes.
No,
on,
no,
It's
on
not about
black,
the tough
dude.
holes. He
No,
likes the maintenance. He likes the this, the that.
Yeah, I think
We had
they
a
just
camera on
they were
Mike.
so bad when I was growing up that it kind of just
No, camera. He doesn't
turned
want
me
a
off.
camera.
But also the same thing is nice day.
Radio.
Really, like unless it's a par 3, I'm ecstatic to be out on the golf course.
Got
honestly.
it.
So it doesn't, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we'll take
It was
my
so
friend.
funny
Ecstatic?
that they like Barnes was open to the par 3 for 1 millisecond.
And then no, with that
calls.
guy.
Dude, enough to call him. What did he say to you, Brian?
Yeah,
he was rude. Yeah.
Oh, you want to go today?
You gonna go today?
No, actually, I don't want to go.
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to go at all.
No, literally, like, oh man, that was great. That was great. But yeah, good stuff. Definitely can't wait to golf with you guys.
Yeah.
This year for sure. So yeah, I was just gonna. I would. Here he is. No, but I was just gonna say. So my weekend, North Carolina, had a great time. My sister Jennifer, Layla, great hosts for me and Sam. We had a great time just hanging out and meeting her for the first time. Really was a good time. That area is great, and me and Chober were talking about. I really hope there's a Rangers Hurricanes playoff series. Definitely want to go down there for that.
That would be sick, dude.
Have to do it. Like that'd be crazy.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy.
Yeah. No, and then the funny thing is too, I was telling them like, yeah, if they want to come, like I know they're gonna say there has to be a road trip. So I was telling him, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no. I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. I'll just meet them there, no problem.
Yeah.
I would fly. I haven't flown in a little while.
No, I love flying too.
Really? Oh, okay. No, I feel like last time we talked about it was like road trip.
No,
Well,
I
it's just, like,
love
a
I
cool
love
idea.
traveling.
Okay.
No, but
okay.
if we're going down for a game, like that's the primary objective here. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll fly down,
Right.
not take any chances here. You know?
Yeah.
Because let's fucking go Rangers. Dude.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. No,
I'm down. And I feel like, I mean, what are we gonna fly a Velo down in North Carolina? Is that how it works?
You could
New
do
Haven?
that, but also
New Haven, $30.
if we go under, like, if I book the reservation, chance, like, even if we just book economy, that we could get bumped to the first class. So I feel like we should just do that. American.
I'm down with that.
I think that would be the move.
That would be. Imagine if we
Yo,
get the upgrade.
TV first class.
That'd be crazy, dude.
Oh my god!
But you know, Brian, like if we do that, like, I'm expecting the upgrade.
Yeah. No, but either way, we get the free check
at his
bags. We get even like, so on the way there, I got the first class upgrade. Way back, just like the extra legroom seat. But I'm saying it's nice to even just get that
One
like,
time is
minimum.
fine.
Yeah, exactly. So
Tony's
that was
gonna be like,
that was great. Honestly,
He is gonna be like that.
Well, if you're talking a big game here, it's
Yeah, no. So it was honestly like a great weekend and just so awesome to meet my niece.
that's awesome.
Just a great time in that area. Just always enjoy going down there. So really had a good time.
Good food?
Good food.
Does your sister cook?
So we just
Does
went
Chokri
out.
cook?
Yeah, no, he's a really good cook, but just because like we were with Layla and everything, like it's just easier to just get takeout and like, go out and stuff.
Colony?
No colony down there, but had good barbecue. I would say that was the best meal we had.
Carolina
yeah.
barbecue is the best.
Yeah, it is the best.
The
City
vinegar sauce.
barbecue.
Wow.
And actually, so there where they live, it's the non-vinegar, which actually I like better. I've had the vinegar. I'm sure I haven't had it in a while. Maybe I would like it, but it was like the non-vinegar, but just like the all the different sauces, the
So good, dude.
brisket, the cornbread,
Oh my gosh,
the
dude,
pulled pork,
dude.
Any
Yeah.
mac and cheese?
I don't like mac and cheese, but they got mac and cheese actually. I
you
know
don't
everybody
like
else
mac and cheese.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
No,
Dude?
I don't
Depressed
know.
when I said mac
I
and
don't know.
cheese.
Yeah, what happened?
It's weird though. I don't like mac and cheese, but I like baked ziti. But for some reason, mac and cheese, I think I don't know. I don't like yellow cheese.
So
Well,
Well,
If I
have
may-
you had like good one or like just
Yeah,
like the
clearly
craft
not.
one?
I feel like I need lobster mac and cheese. Honestly, I need like something else with it. I can't just have straight mac and cheese.
Okay, what about buffalo chicken mac and cheese?
Yeah, that's good.
That's when it gets
If it was
a
like
little-
high
Stop
end,
it.
probably.
It has to be from a good place. Trust
Like
me. I
knocking
know.
out?
Like
Well, I'll
local.
still eat it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna eat it.
I'm nobody
Dude, I don't talk like that.
I know. I'm gonna eat it.
You don't even have a camera.
Brian would put his mouth in anything.
Oh, yeah, baby.
yeah, he would.
Oh
Doesn't
my
even have a
god.
camera on him.
Yo, where are the beats? Talk about the beats.
No, my beads
Let's
just
go.
fell
Where are the
off.
beats, dude?
Well, I bought these beads on the beach.
Beads?
Yeah.
What did he say about them?
I bought them on the beach for $35, and they fall off like every day.
$35. Why?
Wow.
Because he was feeling himself that day.
The lady came over. She was like, beads,
Yeah.
beads. And I was like, I'll get some.
Wow. There you
If
go.
it was a guy, would you have gotten some?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. You're
I,
not biased.
well,
By the way, I
wasn't
guess
a very
Josh B is a
attractive
little
It's
is a
terrible.
little and Michael Buckton maybe too a little
happened?
offended that I don't like mac and cheese. No mac and cheese. What is happening?
I mean, I
bacon
feel like
mac and
that,
cheese.
oh,
especially,
bacon mac and cheese.
You know, I mean, I think that's a little far fetched. Like the
The
social
best Josh
norm, I
B.
feel like would be pro mac and cheese.
Oh, it is. I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that, but it's just one of those things I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone has
Now,
their thing.
I know that's
But
fine.
like
Tony
I said,
has a
lobster
bunch.
mac and cheese definitely.
I feel like
do
if
that.
I feel like if Mike were to make you like mac and cheese, homemade, fresh pasta,
But it can't be
actual
anything close to
cheese.
the cheese I
Yeah.
can Velveeta. That like I
Right,
want to
no, no,
throw
no.
up.
No,
thinking
well,
about
it's
it.
gonna be
no.
like maybe a 3 cheese combo.
Yeah, I feel like it needs to be white.
Like
I
the
don't know. I
baked-
don't like the
the
yellow.
Yeah,
baked
would
mac
you, would
and
you
cheese.
white American?
Yeah.
Do
Cheddar.
you like cheddar though? Cheddar's yellow.
Cheddar is good,
Cheddar's
but just
good?
not yellow American is the worst cheese of all time.
All right,
Yeah, I agree. Worst cheese of all time.
Wow,
I-
Michael Bucca is tight. Let's talk some sports. Don't think food is relevant to the sports sport. Wow. I didn't expect that out of him, huh?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm kinda a little
disagree. We're
surprised, I
recapping, but
Yeah.
I you know.
I think he owes like a subscription after that.
oh
honestly.
yeah, I don't know how he hasn't subscribed
yeah.
yet.
Michael, come on.
Wow.
Lakers 2 in a row. Lakers, Tatum. Michael saying Tatum. Anyway, so to satisfy Michael Butka,
We'll have a whole video on repeat of us saying Tatum. For him.
Oh yeah, we need that.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
But to satisfy him,
He
you
has
know,
to sub, though.
Should
starting
make it
with
a music video.
the golf, Scottie Scheffler, Tony hitting it on the head, winning Bay Hill, dominant fashion, 5-stroke
got that right?
victory over Wyndham
Hand
Clark
pick.
here, 15 under par, closed with a 66. First 3 rounds were 70, 67, 70. Really an impressive performance for Scottie, who was coming up on a year
That's right, put that
of
up.
not winning a PGA Tour event.
It's a
So I think
pander
this was
pick.
huge heading into major season, heading into the Players next week, where he's going to try to defend his crown. Really all in all, I think it was an impressive performance to beat, the field by 5. And then you think about it, there was only one other golfer double digits under par. So it just showed how much he dominated. And his round on Sunday started with a birdie, and it just seemed like he didn't let up from that point on. And I think it's just perfect timing for Scottie Scheffler because, like I said, the important events, are coming up. So we really like to see this. And I think, the biggest thing here is Scottie's back. And I think we're going to see multiple victories followed by this. And I would pretty much guarantee that he's going to win one of the 4 majors this year. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, I would think so. Again, especially, I feel like his biggest problem that we talked about was just his putting. Honestly, his short game was pretty piss poor. We were watching the beginning of the tournament too. Him missing a few putts. Yesterday he was, I think, 17 for 17 with putts within 15 feet of the hole. So obviously working on his putt game. He said too, like he was just overthinking it, and kind of like stressing out about it and everything. He just kind of like mentally brought himself to a place where he just was not worried or nervous when he was putting. And he also did change his putter too. So obviously that had a lot to do with it. He fixed that, whatever it was mechanically, mentally, he definitely fixed it. And absolutely slayed it yesterday, dude. That was very impressive.
Yeah. Did you get to watch Riley? With the
I was locked in because Thursday, Friday, I was all on my phone. Then when we got back, I was a couch potato. I was like, watched all of Saturday's coverage, all of Sunday's coverage, start to finish.
Nice.
And man, did Scottie piss me off on Sunday because I was expecting. You look at that leaderboard coming into Sunday, I was like, oh, this could be shaping up to be real nice finish. The minute I saw Lowry go bogey,
it's over.
He went birdie. I go, oh, here goes Scheffler all night, all day.
Oh.
One of the best
birdie
Sunday rounds I've seen in a while. Like he didn't even let anyone come close.
But I'm coming for blood, Michael.
No mistakes. Never hit a bad putt. Never hit a bad shot inside 150 yards. It was just a clinic, and I agree with you. I think a major has to be his this year.
Could even be 2, honestly.
Could be 2 if he's putting that way.
Yeah.
I think a back-to-back at the Players next week is a little out of it. Maybe just
put a top 10, I would guarantee.
Top 10
probably.
Easy.
Yeah.
But man, I want a good Sunday so bad, and Scottie's so good. He just took that from us. I also was expecting one of the guys at 7 under to make a run. It seems like none of them made a run. Like
no,
you had
nobody did.
Rory had a great back 9 on Saturday to get himself.
I had a head-to-head matchup, Scottie over Rory.
And
it was only minus
was,
115.
Rory was
giving money.
You were nervous after day 1.
No, I wasn't. I was nervous on the start, but it's like I knew he's going to beat him. Come on. But yeah, and speaking to what you were saying, Riley, Scottie went 6 under, and then you look at the guys below him, their final rounds. Wyndham was at 2 under, but then Lowry, Heanley, Zalatoris all at even par. Sahith Theegala had a nice Sunday at 4 under. So did Byung-Hun An at 4 under, but everybody else was right around even, maybe 1 or 2 under. So he just was that much better than the field.
When I after Saturday's round, I threw a couple shekels on Hideki. When he was minus
Throw
7.
a couple shekels up there.
What I was thinking is it's going to be the same thing he did at the Genesis, where he gets out earlier for the leaders and he's going to put down a low number.
76 yesterday.
He was awful yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, Wyndham had a lot of putts, a lot of birdie opportunities that he missed yesterday. That could have been a little closer. And I felt really bad for Willie Z on Saturday, who got to 11 under and the last 5 holes dropped all the way down to 7. It was really bad the last couple holes. But yeah, just classic Scottie. This tournament, I tell you, got me really pumped up for the players.
Everything's right in front of us.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely, really excited about the players, and obviously we'll do our preview.
Hell yeah, dude.
On Wednesday.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it was nice here. Not only did we have a great tournament there, at Bay Hill, but the alternate event, we saw Bryce Garnett at the Puerto Rico Open win in a playoff over Eric Barnes at 19 under par.
Barnes?
Any relation?
No relation. And the 40-year-old Garnett had just recently lost his PGA Tour card. So by virtue of winning this, he's in the Players this week, and he's also qualifies for the PGA Championship. And this was only his 2nd win of his career. The other one coming in 2018 at the Corrales Punta Cana Resort and Club Championship.
Barnes has been there.
There's not going to be much media coverage of these alternate events, but it is a stepping stone for these guys. And we've seen guys win these alternate events, and then it catapults them, to greater things. So it's kind of like a step up from the Corn Ferry Tour, if you think about it that way. And that's somewhere Scottie Scheffler, he was Corn Ferry Tour Player of the Year, and then obviously he's taken off since then. And so congratulations to him. And just one other thing on Scottie, I really think this is his time right now. He has the biggest opportunity he may have his entire career, with Rahm going to live. And then the guys that should be competing with them aren't, because they're struggling, like Colin Morikawa, like Justin Thomas, like Max Homa. He's so far out in front of them. There's no excuse for him not to have, like, this 5-year stretch right now should really be a dominant stretch from him, and a historic one at that.
Fitzpatrick missed the cut this week.
So did Colin.
Yep. Something's up with Colin. I mean, he hasn't been right in a while. Like, even Ryder Cup. And God, it just makes me think. I was thinking, like,
makes me
these
think
guys,
I was thinking.
That's good.
No, but
bro.
these guys like Morikawa, who got the Ryder Cup bid last year. And when it comes around in 2 years, I would rather them go with like these hot young guys, than go with then go with like a Morikawa.
You can't say that in front of Tony.
He's not good.
Yo, what the fuck? Mike over there is the one who's laughing.
Yeah, but you
made a face.
I tried to be real professional.
You think he's going to be at the top of the list for sure.
You should have seen the
it
game.
wasn't even-
If you run it back, Mars, when you watch the show,
of course.
wait until you see his face. His neck.
Right away. Red alert.
I am so
What the fuck,
professional.
dude? Hot young guys.
Yeah, no, that was tough.
I am so professional. That didn't even cross my mind. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye.
Actually, I swear to God, it didn't cross my mind either. So
and so we're talking about
No,
golf.
Tony,
You guys are
go run
liars.
it back.
Talking about golf.
Josh B, clip it out. His neck.
Don't tell
snap.
Josh B what to do.
He's gonna do it now.
I will
Yeah,
say
it's not
this-
to you because I heard you on the mic.
No, you were
Yeah.
first.
This is surprisingly, I would say, like one of the best sports months or like
Yeah.
parts of the year. Like with college, like Buck just said, March Madness coming up. Players, Masters, like starting to get that play up. I love this sports calendar.
It's the best. It's the best. Following the Super Bowl too, you would think it's going to be weak, but not the case as well.
Idiots
Hockey
think that.
heating up as well.
Yep.
We're going to
Love
move
it.
along, but before we do that, Michael is saying he wants to know how he can get a subscription. So I feel like we can
OnlyFans?
show him the way
Have to, what?
with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike's OnlyFans?
let me. Yeah, we could do it step by step.
Yeah.
So professional, right?
What does he need a subscription?
Yeah, you're so professional, Ryan. Good job. Way to just.
But yeah, no, it's
I don't know you were on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
It's
Brian,
a-
after that, huh?
okay. It's a great time of year, and
Dude, get okay.
one last golf note too. It really does suck that it seems like we're so far away from a merger. Because like, imagine right now if Scottie had competition from
Oh my God.
Rahm, from Joaquin Neiman, from Cam
Dude,
Smith,
it'd be
from Brooks Koepka.
They're hurting golf
Are they?
fans.
Are they gonna? What's the deal?
Bukta, next to the downtime TV underneath us, it says join. That's what you got to
Just
do.
like DM him or something.
just
Some
it's easier that
instructions.
way. It's right here.
Just every golf
Yeah,
fan
he can
wants
see
to
your
see-
And
laptop.
then, and then Michael promises a rematch in 2K with a subscription.
Definitely.
Yes.
I can't wait for that to
Yeah.
just destroy you in all your dreams.
And then Killian Nugget asks, you guys doing a free agent special podcast NFL? We're going to talk about that right now. So let's go to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
So I believe 12 noon will officially start the legal tampering period, but obviously we've already had some stuff going on. Really the biggest move, and there's a couple other ones too, but Russell Wilson was released last week by Denver, and they're on the hook for $37.8 million. So he was a free agent,
Wow,
and
dude.
something that me and Tony had suggested for a while here, the Pittsburgh Steelers signing him to a 1-year deal, veterans minimum,
Watch out.
$1.2 million. So really, Denver doing him a huge favor here by releasing him because the teams didn't have to invest any type of money into his salary, and they get a chance to have a guy who's played in 2 Super Bowls, won one, and is obviously, on a type of revenge tour here, really hoping to prove that he still has something left. And it was funny, me and Chokery, right before I left, we're talking about this, and he was saying he hopes they don't sign Russell Wilson. They end up doing it.
Why?
Yeah, and I think it's just because of the sideshow type of thing, which
Unlimited.
I get, but I do think so.
But the numbers.
Well, first of all, the sideshow stuff it is
spicy.
warranted, but I just
love
think,
that.
especially when we're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, them finishing over 500 last year, you have to wonder. I mean, you look at Tony says the numbers. If he had those numbers with Pittsburgh last year, if that would have changed things for them. And I think because Mike Tomlin's going to be his coach, he knows how to handle personalities. I think this is actually going to work out quite well. And I think what would be best for the organization would be to move on from Kenny Pickett, draft a quarterback, whether it's at the 20th overall pick or in the middle rounds, and let him sit for a year. And I think Russell Wilson, I could easily see 10, 11 wins next year with this team. And an opportunity possibly to win a playoff game. Honestly, I think the narrative that he's so washed is completely ridiculous. The quarterback play around the league, if you look at it as a whole, a lot of teams struggle with quarterback play. So to get somebody who's won a Super Bowl before, like Russell Wilson, on a minimum salary for a team who didn't have good quarterback play last year, I think is a home run. Honestly,
I think just what you just said. Like, oh my God.
You're right.
The quarterback play last year was the difference. Kenny Pickett was awful for them last year. If they won games, it was because of their defense last year. The wide receiver core there is pretty good.
Right.
You know,
George Pickens.
You have
Freiermuth.
Pat Freiermuth.
The running backs, Warren and Harris.
Warren, I think, is their RB1 now
Harris
there.
is sick.
Harris just turns into maybe red zone back now. But I love that pick. I love this pickup. I think Russ is going to be great for them.
Yeah.
I can see them, like you just said, going to the playoffs, winning the game. But I woke up to that news and I was like, this is a good move for them. And I don't know why someone wouldn't think it would be.
I mean, it's pretty sick. Honestly, I kind of thought for a second the Patriots were going to get Wilson.
I did too.
Especially when they, obviously traded Mac Jones.
Let's go.
But obviously he wants to be in a competitive situation. That's why he probably didn't want to go there.
Yeah, and I think he wants also a veteran coach who knows what he's doing too. Gets that in Pittsburgh. What the fuck, Michael?
Yo, my bad.
I think he's gonna look dope in black and yellow, dude. I think he's gonna be really good this season too. Steelers, I'm pumped for this deal. I'm pumped for Renee.
But you know what I'm confused about? I know they were like around 500 last year, and I know the year before, like he kind of was pretty bad, but I don't know why the narrative is last season he was terrible. I feel like he wasn't terrible. Am I missing something? Like you look at the numbers, like what was terrible?
I mean, his numbers were great, but I just feel like because he was with Denver,
right?
No one really cared. And everyone was like, oh, look at Denver's team. They suck. The narrative going in, I think people just stuck with the narrative that Wilson is washed after leaving the Seahawks.
Seems kind of lazy.
Which it is. It's a lazy, bad take. Yeah. It's a Stephen A. Smith take is what it is, dude. That's right, Stephen A. Calling you out,
actually,
dude.
I hate
did he?
You're actually wrong because there's a video here. It says the reason Stephen A. likes Russell Wilson joining the Steelers.
Yeah, but I feel like, I'm telling you right now, dude. No.
So
check the tape, though. Check tape. I'm telling you, beginning of the season, he was definitely like,
oh yeah. No, I know.
We're going anywhere.
Is that what he said?
But yeah,
I don't think it's. I think guaranteed.
Gentlemen,
you think about there's 32 starting quarterbacks. Easily, he's in the top half. Easily, give me number 16, and it's probably higher than that.
Yeah, it is.
Believe it or not.
I believe I said top 10 during the season.
Yeah,
and you laughed.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, top 10. No, I don't think
top
so.
10. No.
And before this season, we'll do quarterback ratings, and we'll see where he ranks. But I think overall, a great move.
I do think
Steelers. So we'll see what moves follow. Michael Bucket talking about Deontay Johnson maybe getting traded. Which, Chokery has not been a fan of him. And I know he's had some drops. You look at the numbers last year, haven't been great. I wouldn't be opposed to that if I was Pittsburgh. I think that would be a good idea. So, why you think he's good?
I think he's good. I mean, I
struggles with drops sometimes.
Maybe, but I think if you trade him, he's going to a good team with a quarterback. I mean, he's going to break out again. He did when he was younger.
But also Pittsburgh is number 1 at the league at developing wide receivers. So if you could get something for him, his salary is big. Might not be a terrible idea. Because Pickens is great.
His salary is huge. Pickens should be a number 1. Pickens is a number one.
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll see what they do. Now, I know it's not a big headliner news here, Riley, but what did you make of the Mac Jones deal with
Absolutely
Jacksonville?
love it.
Get him out.
I am so excited that man is gone. Do I think some of his failures is on us as an organization? Yes. Like I don't think you see that first year he had in the league and be like, oh, they supported him with the best surrounding cast for the last 2 years. So I think some of it's on us, but I mean, we saw the throws last year. I am so glad he's out. There was no now it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the quarterback position going into this year. Like I'm a big fan of go for Daniels in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I like that kid from LSU. I really would like him. I think this 3 pick we have is I mean, it's make or break this organization.
You have a 3rd overall pick?
You have to hit on that pick. Yeah.
There's Washington's too, right?
Yeah, we have the 3. You got to hit on that pick. I wouldn't take Daniels that high though. Obviously, I feel like so. I don't know, but I would like a quarterback. I can't go into season with Bailey Zappi because if you're going to be bad, you might as well develop someone in quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and I feel like they're obviously going to draft a quarterback at 3. And then what do you think though? Do you think they should bring in like a veteran to start this year though, or what do you think?
I'm a big component for just when you draft a rookie, throw him into the fire.
But I think at least even if you're going to do that, you still should have a veteran backup and learn from the Jets' mistake with Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, but who are you going to bring in though?
Do you
anybody? They don't have to be anybody
like
good.
a Gardner Minshew?
Even worse than that. I'm talking like Ryan Tannehill, just not to play, but just to like have a veteran to like lean on.
Healthy competition too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that, or even Jimmy G. Honestly, that wouldn't be terrible.
Have him
Jimmy
return?
G would be pretty cool. Oh, yeah.
So I think something like that would make sense for
good
New
stuff
England.
though. I liked it.
But I think it's a good, it's an interesting story to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we saw Baker, Tony, 3 years, $100 million.
Dude.
A year after, I think his deal was for $5.5 million last season. So gets a huge pay raise here, $30 million each season the first 2 years, and then $40 the final. I know the first season I think is fully guaranteed, and then partial the second. What do you guys think of this?
I mean, listen, man, I think it's a good move there for Baker and for the team as well. I mean, you saw what he did with the Bucks, last season, making them get into the playoffs. Was it first round exit? Second round against the Lions.
Yeah, they beat
the Eagles. That's right, dude. And I feel like Baker absolutely killed it, especially in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, again, like looking back at that Lions game, I think he had an interception first drive and then kind of locked it down.
Yeah.
Look at his stats over the course of the year. Pretty solid. He's had good games. He had some games where he didn't really surprise you. But I think, given the fact that he has now some security, obviously I'm sure has more confidence in himself, you would expect him to, kind of reinvent himself this seaon yet again. So
What do you think, Ryan? Good.
Yeah,
good
I feel the same way. I mean, I think 3 years maybe might be a little too long. I think
how old is he now?
No, not age. Just,
I think he's about 30. I think he's right,
make
29,
sure
30.
You just got to make sure you get that same play from every year.
I think you will.
I hope. I like Baker a lot. I always liked his attitude in college.
Yeah.
He always backed it up, and then he went through a little slump. He also got drafted by the worst team imaginable to ever be drafted by as a quarterback.
True.
So I like it for him. I'm happy for him, and that team's gonna be right there again in that shitty division. So they're gonna go back to the playoffs probably.
I think the whole thing there, I mean, I like them. Oh, he's 28 years old, actually. Going to turn 29 next month.
That's crazy.
But I think with that division, the whole thing that hinges, it's their division to win, but we have to see what Atlanta does at quarterback. There's been some thoughts about Fields, but also I heard a lot this morning, actually on DNR, that Kirk Cousins is in the mix there, which I think would be a good move for Atlanta. So, with the Saints, with Carr, you would think they're limited on how, far they could advance. But I think their main competition will be Atlanta. And like I said, I think it hinges on what they do at QB. What do you guys think about that fit if they did get, Cousins in Atlanta?
I like Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's a great pocket passer. Obviously, there's going to be questions of him coming back from injury, but I don't think it should be a big deal because he doesn't use his feet really at all. I mean,
they have a good running game too.
I think Bijan's the real deal.
And Algier is not bad either. He's no slouch.
You saw a team is Kirk a free agent?
Kirk is a free agent.
Oh wow.
So then I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Right.
I think Kirk really wants to stay in Minnesota.
I think they're split on though. They want him, but then again, Justin Jefferson wants him. So I don't know.
Right. Well, what are they? Who they like shop another quarterback then,
Yeah,
or
they would
they
probably
wouldn't bring in
draft
Dobbs?
or bring in somebody else. Dobbs is not going to come back to the
Right.
team.
Yeah. Exactly. So
So
sucks.
it's just that's kind of been the thought that there is some interest there, and I think Kirk Cousins is a perfect quarterback to bring in if you have a team that you feel like is pretty good, but still needs to grow more. And it's not like we need to win the Super Bowl right now. I think he's the perfect quarterback for Atlanta because Arthur Blank, I think, has become increasingly frustrated since that Super Bowl loss. They have not been able to even make the playoffs. So I think it's just time for Atlanta to return to the team that they used to be. Donnie Schmidt also asking what's going to happen with Justin Fields. And it's funny because we thought, there should be a lot of interest with him. And apparently there's not.
Yeah. I wanted the Pats to get him.
Which I think is a mistake. I understand the hesitation. And yes, you don't want to give up a first-round pick for Justin Fields, but third-round pick, fourth-round pick, I mean, no brainer, no?
Well, I wanted the Pats to get him and hold on to their 3 pick. So
yeah.
I wanted them to get Justin Fields, still have the 3 pick.
And then, he has 1 year left on the deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's got to be something we don't know, whether it's like locker room trouble, work ethic, or something, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be something we don't know.
No one believes in his processing. Like
that's
he's shown that he
crazy,
cannot
man.
process the field and read the field. He's shown he has great legs. He's shown he has a good arm, can make throws downfield.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown he can throw a safety off by looking the other way. He hasn't showed any of that nuances to being an NFL quarterback yet.
Yeah, but isn't that something that's like kind of teachable? Like he has the physical traits.
Quarterback
like,
guru. I mean, Matt
instinct
Eberflus, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? And then I forgot who's the coach before him.
Nagy?
My God. It was Matt
Nagy.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like he's had good coaches either.
No, yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, where he goes as well. And then also Chris Jones, a big extension with Kansas City. That was a move they had to make, over $100 million. And he's one of the top pass rushers in the league. And we saw them lose on opening night to Detroit when he was out. So I think that was a move Kansas City had to make. Their defense was one of the best in the league last year. So again, Kansas City doing the right things. And now everything for them is who you bringing in at wide receiver.
This is one of those things that reminds you of the Patriots dynasty with them, where it's like you have to bring back your big guys. Obviously, Mahomes has a massive contract.
Right.
Chris Jones has a massive contract now, but you have to pick who you're not bringing back now because they don't have all this money where they can bring back everyone every year. So they have to develop these guys. And what good organizations do is they bring back their superstars for a lot of money, and then they develop through the draft these guys that under the radar guys, which continue the dynasty going on, which is something that I think they're going to continue doing.
And it is for Jones a 5-year deal with $95 million guaranteed. So obviously showing how much they believe in Chris Jones. And you look at the numbers: 10.5 sacks for Jones last year. 29 years old, was a 2nd-round pick out of Mississippi State in 2016. And for his career, 75.5 sacks. So definitely the right move there for Kansas City. I also saw Eric Armstead, longtime 49er, 9 years in the organization, released, couldn't come to terms on a renegotiated deal, was going to hit $28.5 million on the cap. And you don't think he only had 5.5 sacks last year.
Right.
You understand that. I mean, I think the Niners obviously want to switch some things around. And you can't have him counting $28.5 million. He's not like he's getting double-digit sacks every year.
Yeah, that is tough. And I think they did ask him for a pay cut if he would take it.
Yeah, and they almost came to agreement because he said he wanted to see what the market looked like.
And it's tough because I think he was the most tenured Niner on the team too currently. So I mean, obviously tough, but I mean, I would imagine another team. What do you think the agreement was? Like, what do you think they tried? Like, what do you think the Niners offered him?
Well, I would think from $28.5 million, they probably went down like a third of that. So I mean, it's a big jump.
Yeah,
like,
that is
Eric
tough.
Armstead's not getting $10 million. I don't think with another team. I think he's like $7-8 million at this point.
Oh my!
30 years old, right? I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like he's highly productive. Kind of one
That's
of those
tough.
in the trenches guys.
You think someone picks him up? Jets?
Oh yeah, I mean somebody's gonna pick him up. I don't know about the Jets. I feel like though really. Well, I guess it depends too what happens with Bryce Huff, but we haven't seen anything out of the Jets, and I did hear too that they're expecting to attack the draft more than free agency, which I don't understand. It's like you got to do both. Like, and then Dave made a good point this morning. It's like everybody's job is on the line this year, so why does the general manager care if you're giving big contract free? He's gonna be gone if it doesn't work anyway.
True.
So I think they need a good mix of both. We'll have to see, but obviously the draft next month.
Big draft.
Keep an eye out for anything else that comes about. I guess Graham Glasgow, a guy I'm not familiar with, guard for the Lions.
Wow.
3 years, $20 million. Clearly the Lions, one of the better offensive lines in the league. So a good move for them. Running the football, obviously very, very important. A couple comments here from Donnie Schmidt. He says, T. Higgins just asked for a trade. If Chiefs get him, they're cheating. I don't think they're going to trade him to the Chiefs. I think they'll try to trade him to the NFC. They don't want to help another team
That
in
makes
the
sense.
AFC. Dolphins not tagging Wilkins was a shocker to me. And he also says, would love Armstead next to Dexter Lawrence if he was cheap enough.
Let's go.
Wouldn't be a bad move for
Yeah.
the Giants. And obviously with
need
Daniel
him.
Jones coming back next year, just interesting. What do they do there? I think they're definitely going to draft the quarterback, but I guess going to the year with Jones as the
It's gonna be
QB.
a
But
very interesting draft.
I don't know how you can expect to compete, especially with Saquon leaving. So maybe they'll draft a running back in the draft as well. So
Bad
a
running
lot-
back class.
a lot going on there. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So a busy weekend of spring training rolling along here.
Yes, sir.
As we inch closer and closer to opening day, closer and closer to both the openers for the Mets and the Yankees in attendance. Me and Tony, so excited for that. So yesterday, the Yankees, a 9-8 victory over the Atlanta Braves. Big storyline here. Juan Soto, 2 for 3, another home run. He's hitting 500 this spring with an OPS of 1828, an absolute bomb to right center field. So you love how locked in he looks. Also, Giancarlo Stanton with a double, including 2 hits as well. So nice to see him. We talked about going into the weekend. We wanted to see something out of Stanton. We get it there. Gleyber Torres has seemingly been hot all spring here. Another 2 hits. His average is at 333. 2 RBIs for DJ LeMahieu, who was 1 for 3. And how about Jose Trevino making his spring debut, the former Platinum Gold Glove winning catcher, with a home run and a hit in his spring debut. So you love to see that. I think it was positive for the Yankees. They had lost like 5 in a row. I know, spring training doesn't matter, but you want to get a win at some point. So you love to see that. Clark Schmidt did get popped in this one. 2 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. They were able to walk away with a victory here. Only negative note from this weekend, they announced Oswald Peraza, I think 6 to 8 weeks is going to be shut down. So definitely going to miss the whole month of April. And Yankee insider Jack Curry says expect them to get a veteran infielder to fill that backup role because he was expected to be the backup shortstop. And obviously he plays second and third base. So they're going to be looking for somebody like that. And before they had signed, they were interested in guys like Kiki Hernandez and Ahmad Rosario. So I think it's just one of those things. Who becomes available? Obviously there's some middle infield battles going, around the majors here. So that spot will probably be filled by a veteran. I mean, I know they have Vivas, the guy that they picked up from the Dodgers. I don't know if they're comfortable with him just yet. So an interesting situation to monitor here. The Yankees will be back in action today. Will Warren getting the start. George Steinbrenner Field. This game is on yes against the Orioles. Former Brave Julio Teheran, who's trying to make the Orioles rotation here, getting the start. Yankees going with a lot of regulars in the lineup today. You got LeMahieu leading off, Verdugo in left, Rizzo batting third at first, Stanton DHing cleanup, and then you have Grisham, Austin Wells, who now has 2 home runs in the spring. He hit one, I believe it was on Saturday, so he seems like he's locked in, so that's something to be excited about. And then Smith, Gonzalez, and Jones rounding out the lineup for the Yankees. So some good stuff here. Nestor did get beat up over the weekend, but he said he felt good.
Second time he got a little beat up.
Got a little beat up. But again, let's wait till the regular season. I mean, I think that's you can't overreact because we've seen guys too be completely on fire in spring training, and then once the season starts, completely dead. So I don't think you can go too much. And the whole thing with pitchers, get the pitch count up, make sure they're healthy, and that's all. I mean, you can't just focus on the ERA. Obviously, results give you confidence. So as long as you have some good stuff, I think that's what you want to see. Because it's like, you can't. The reason why you can't go by the ERA is because a lot of times it's like, oh, I want to work on something today. So even though in this situation you throw a completely different pitch, but no, today I'm working on my cutter, so I'm just gonna
Hammer the cutter. Yeah.
So that's why like I feel overall pretty good. The Peraza loss kind of stinks, but they'll be able to overcome that, and I'm sure somebody will come available. Any footnotes over the weekend for the Mets?
Oh my God, yeah, dude. So obviously, 3 games this weekend for the Mets. And 3 great pitching performances, actually. Friday, I believe it was against Miami. Yep. Severino, 4 scoreless innings.
The Beard's really
dude.
coming in,
The Beard's coming in, looking great. I think he had over 4 innings. I think he had 5 Ks, maybe 3 walks. And even Jose Buteau after him, another 3 innings, only 1 earned run there. So he was looking pretty solid. Alvarez had another dinger on Friday. So did Alonso, dude. Yeah. Like, dude, he literally he gets his hands around the ball so quick. Because dude, they pitch him a lot up and in.
Yeah.
And he sees it, and he just his hands are so quick. The bat just comes up and in, and he just pulls the ball.
And that's how you know someone's going to be a star.
Yeah,
bat speed
is quick,
stands
dude.
out when you're
it really
a really
does,
good player.
Dude. So you love to see that from him. They ended up, I think they beat Miami 3-2 or something like that. Low scoring Saturday. Played the Cardinals. Sean Manaea, dude,
looked good.
Looked great. 3 scoreless. Hit 95, 96 in the gun. Yeah, he was pretty. I think they beat the Cardinals 9-3. It was early and often. Yeah, that's right. First inning, Lindor dinger against former Met great Steven Matz, dude.
Wow.
Beatty had a home run, I believe, too. So that was great to see. And yeah, seeing Manaea, the haircut, seeing him kind of again, I think he threw 4 scoreless.
Wow. Okay.
So that was solid out of him, dude. And then Sunday, lost to Detroit, but who the hell pitched on Sunday? It wasn't McGill. He's pitching today. Damn, I gotta check to see who was pitching. Where are we? It wasn't Manaea, obviously. It was Adrian Hauser. That's right, dude.
Yes.
3 scoreless.
Confident after the game, too. He said, we're going to be a lot better than people
felt
think.
Really good, dude. And again, I mean, those are the 3 pitchers you were looking at this season. They could be total toss-ups. Seemingly working the kinks out, having some good innings, some good outings, which is great here as spring training is, I guess, I don't know, what are we, midway through, maybe close to almost done?
We're almost there.
Yeah.
So they kind of seem like shaping some season form here, which is great because, like you said, you really never know because we've seen pitchers be terrible in spring training and really good, and then look totally different once the season starts. But to see them kind of take some shape here is, I think for Mets fans, giving them some confidence. And again, it seems like the offense could be humming as well. So, those 2 things together could be good. Fujinami, though, I think yesterday didn't make it through an inning.
Geez, because before that, I think he actually had done well, no?
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid, out of the bullpen during the spring training. But again, I mean, he's also a bullpen guy. You're really not sure what to expect. Again, the speed on the fastball is there. He's got the look. He's got the height. He's got the body of a pitcher. He gets his body behind the ball when he throws. But I mean, I guess the sample size is kind of small. And the sample size you did see, I mean, it wasn't great. But nonetheless, I mean, I guess you will see him how he looks, during the season. Maybe some extra kinks he can work out here. But on Sunday he didn't really look great. Like I said, I think maybe got 2 outs, gave up 3 runs in an inning. But other than that, I mean, the starting pitching was very surprising. I think this weekend, and like you said, I think everyone right now on the Mets is in the same mentality as we're going to be better than what people think we are. Almost like a little bit of an underdog, chip on your shoulder type of attitude, which is good. And hopefully, you get players like Lindor and Alonso who can step up as veteran players.
Lindor homer over the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday. He homered. First inning. Steven Matz, I think it was fastball just over the middle. And Lindor jumps on it. Which is great. And that kind of sparked the scoring. I mean, you ended up scoring 9 runs there. So I think that's going to be a big formula, is getting those veteran guys, to kind of pull up the younger players by their bootstraps. Be like, hey, let's fucking lead by example here,
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, pretty great weekend if you're a Met fan.
Now you've changed a little bit.
No, well, I mean, again,
no, I'm not too excited, but I'm saying somewhat different,
yes,
somewhat more optimistic.
Definitely more optimistic. But again, like you said, spring training.
Right.
Like, let's see
Just get healthy.
see how the season starts. Yes, I mean, dude, like first,
Get reps and get
first
healthy.
series against the Brewers, demolish them.
Yeah.
Like have to demolish.
You think
them.
any chance, because you were saying it looks like Manaea's going to get the opening day. Is it definitely that, or you think Sevy could pitch his way into it?
I think Sevy can pitch his way into it.
Yeah, I hope. I really
let's
want
go,
to be
dude.
riled for Sevy.
But you know what? Like Manaea looked really good on Saturday.
Yeah,
So,
but I want to be riled for Sevy.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like to be there.
Yes.
Sevy.
Yes.
That's
Let's
awesome.
go. Let's go. Anything coming out of Red Sox camp, Riley? Anything?
It's all positivity. That's all it is. No, I mean, Trevor Story said, we know what we have here. We hear the doubters, but we believe we have a good team. I think this offense is really good. We've seen Devers has had a great spring training so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be
the
good,
Grissom
obviously.
injury, like, sucks. Like
What's the deal with there?
groin, like 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh,
so it's just kind of like, it was like, I was just excited to see him play. I had no expectations. I just wanted to see him play.
Be back at some point, obviously.
Cutter Crawford's been great. We re-signed Bayo for a good number, honestly. But
I heard people kind of shitting on that deal.
I thought the number was insane. Like,
because I guess it's like you're gaining 1 year and then maybe 2 with the option, and you're paying him in years where he would be making no money, and you're giving him $10.
Well, you're just hoping
$11
you're hoping that he has a breakout year, and then you're saving money if it's going to arbitration.
2 years, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. What happens there. I wouldn't be surprised too if Duran made the All-Star team. Honestly,
I love Duran.
Yeah,
I'm
Duran's
like I
a good
said,
player.
this offense is the pitching just sucks. The bullpen sucks.
and also too, isn't Devers like due to like have like 1 year where he hits like 40 home runs?
Yeah, he's always around like 280,
Yeah.
100, 10 RBIs, and like
low 30s and
29,
high
yeah.
20s. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he is due for one of those.
Yeah. So
Change his swing this year too. So
Oh yeah.
oh really?
Little
Why do you
swing
think they
change.
did that?
It seemed like he was maybe getting on top, but maybe he was late a little bit. He used to
Okay.
have that big thing where he had the hands up here near his head.
Uh-huh.
Now he's like lowered them, so it gets in a hitting position much quicker.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Who do those Sox open up with?
We have the Mariners on. We do the West Coast trip to start the season.
Huh?
Mariners and Angels on the road, March 28th, I believe.
That's kind of crazy.
Any chance if he's still out there, they try to get like JD on a cheap deal or no?
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to. Also, just baseball topic in general. I mean, now we're getting to that point of spring training where it's like we're coming to the end of it. The fact that Snell and Montgomery have not signed yet.
Yeah.
Whoever signs them, they won't be pitching till like.
But you know what I don't get
end
with
of
that?
April, like mid-April.
Right.
Don't
maybe?
they have their like own program that they could just be doing? How could they? Why is
Yeah,
it going to
true.
take so long?
I mean,
Everybody
maybe
says
just-
it though. It's not like
Yeah.
everybody says that.
Maybe facing MLB batters is.
But I don't know. I to me it seems like the process. Like I get it. I'm not a professional coach or anything, but it seemed like they kind of chief it with the process. Like it doesn't need to be like this like 3-4 month ordeal.
No,
Like-
they always had to build up the arms.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just the injury scare now. Like you don't want to build up an arm too quick.
You think they missed a month or not that long?
It depends when they sign. Like they
Yeah.
might get signed the week before opening day.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it's crazy. I know Snell posted some like cryptic message on his story yesterday with 3 Red Sox jerseys in the background.
Stop it. Really?
So that was all over Twitter. I saw
what the
that.
hell is that about?
I love him on like a 2-year deal. I love Montgomery. I love any of those two to slot.
Dude,
into
I
rotation.
wish the Mets would pick one of them up
Well,
too.
right
dude.
now, too, for teams, if you could get one of those guys to do a short-term deal with an opt-out to the first, I mean, you gotta just do it. I mean, you're
Yeah,
getting
like
a bargain and a half.
Yeah, do the same deal Giolito did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't even mention that. That's tough. Giolito, huh?
Out for the season, huh?
What? Is it?
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. UCL surgery.
Yeah, you didn't know it is
I
for
don't-
the season, right?
Well, I think that's. I don't know if they were
Like
doing
they
more
said it that
tests,
at first.
but
I'm
yeah,
sure.
I haven't heard anything else.
Maybe he'll
honestly.
be back at some point, but he's gonna be out for a long time, dude.
I can't believe you didn't hear that, right?
Dude, I didn't
Yo,
hear about
Bermuda,
when did
dude.
this hit? Wait,
It
this
was
is
last
awful.
week,
This is
last week.
awful news.
So now he was like, "Oh,
I'm
optimistic
sorry,
and now
dude.
it's
Yeah.
over."
It's not all positivity, dude.
He sucked in spring training, though. He sucked every
Yeah,
start.
probably because his UCL was like on the.
Well, then go get fucking Blake Snell. Then what are we
Yeah,
doing?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gotta get him.
What are
dude.
we
They gotta-
doing here? Jesus,
I
go
know.
get both of them.
Yeah, they should. But again,
Dude.
Henry and Liverpool
Oh,
and all
God
that
damn
stuff.
it, dude.
So
What the hell?
opening day 2 weeks from Thursday, and then the Dodgers series is what 9 days away. I think it starts
So
the
happens
20th,
with
if I'm not
news
mistaken,
break.
or is it the 21st and
Spring break,
20?
dude.
Is it the
Spring break
21st and 22nd, Tony? The Korea series.
That is correct.
Okay, so it's 10
This
days away.
is
Okay.
fucked, dude.
So yeah, I mean that's a lot of stuff to look forward to other than the Giolito UCL injury. But that being said, and Josh P getting riled. Riley.
That's what happens when news breaks during spring break.
And I guess Donnie Schmidt also said when you get a chance, check out the
Oh,
renderings.
I did see him there. Insane.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen him?
I did not actually see them. I just knew the mayor was tight, but
Well, what?
Let me
the A Stadium.
I actually thought it was like fake when I saw him.
You really put in a stadium.
Well, it's the same thing as their
A
name.
stadium.
Yeah, I mean, if you
As
did that,
stadium.
it would-
Jesus,
it would-
Tony, why is it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The thing looks like a. Oh my god,
That's it. The dome thingy, right?
is this it?
It's going to be a
Mm.
dome.
Yeah.
No, it just
Put in like MLB, like A's
this is
vegan.
they
Yeah, that
released
is it.
a
Yeah,
new
that-
one. No,
It's gonna look like an
it's this one.
amphitheater. Yeah, it's
this
that one right there. Yeah,
It's
the
this
half
one.
dome
That
thingy.
no, that is awesome.
It looks
That's going to work.
insane.
I
Especially
mean, it
if
looks
they
fucking amazing,
if they
dude.
invest in the team, it's going to be great.
Here's the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be sick, dude. It's gonna totally revamp the franchise.
Yeah. Energize.
Energize
Look at the score-
the
look at the
franchise.
scoreboard.
Wow, dude.
In downtown
then
Vegas.
Michael
And then
Bunka
even like
says,
think about like the concerts they'll have there too and
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Like, oh
yeah.
my god,
he
beautiful.
says,
venue.
Riley, you look different. Right. And then Josh B says, Riley's hair got a tan, Bucka. LOL.
Yeah, dude.
And then Michael Bucka, A's are fucking shit. Wow.
Well,
I mean, yeah, I
right
mean,
now, but just
Facts.
watch out. I think they're going to grow
Yeah.
into something.
they're
Honestly.
definitely, especially being in Vegas. Like
Yeah.
people are gonna want to be on that team now for the first time in years.
yeah, degenerate gamblers.
Yes.
No, it's going to be awesome, honestly. And he says, yeah, we excited. We
Yeah,
might
Justin
keep
Johnson would
a
love to
player
play for
after
the
it's
A's.
built. LOL. So Donnie Schmidt with a little sarcasm there for his for right now, Oakland turning Las Vegas A's. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's a nail grab, and Cameron. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me? Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak,
The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So Friday afternoon, after we were done with the sports port, was the trade deadline. I believe it was 3:00. Rangers sit out the big moves and add center. Is it Jake Roslovich? Is that how you say it? From the Columbus Blue Jackets?
Oh god, dude. I don't know.
It's got to be
Definitively
Roslovich,
now,
but
dude.
it's Jack Roslovich.
Is that how you say his last name?
Yes, 27-year-old center from the Blue Jackets, former
Yeah.
first-round pick of the Winnipeg Jets. So he joins the Rangers, and then also, they did get some defender. I forgot. Was it from Pittsburgh? They did like a minor deal with or something.
Yeah, some old defenseman.
But I don't even think he played over the
No.
weekend. But anyway, obviously joining, Alex Wenberg, who's got a couple games under his belt for the Rangers. And we'll get to their 4-0 win over the Blues. But I have to say, initially, definitely, just very disappointed that they didn't make a move that was bigger, and as the teams around them did. What like the Hurricanes did, getting Kuznetsov, and Gensel was obviously huge. Obviously, Florida with Tarasenko, who had 2 goals in a game over the weekend. So I left myself feeling disappointed then, but obviously I felt great after the win, on Saturday night. It's something where it's like the trade deadline's over. We're not bringing anybody in now. Any type of big moves are going to have to wait till the offseason. So it's something that, we can't, harp on moving forward. But I just do want to say, I definitely am disappointed. I do think it was a missed opportunity. And I do think they could have acquired these guys had they wanted to pay what the prices were. And I know the whole thing we talked about on Friday was with Dolan, the draft, the sphere. So they didn't want to give up their pick this year. And then also, not wanting to give up Capo Caco, I think played a big part in this. But what did you guys think? Did you think, were you surprised anyway that the big move, on Friday was Jack Roslovich?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely a little surprised. I mean, we talked about it here, and that Dolan thing was kind of tough. If that really is
Definitely
the case,
is. I get with him. He's
so
weird.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Um, But nonetheless, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I was talking with Such
Bitcoin
about
over
this.
72,000.
That's kind of crazy. I was talking to Such about this, obviously, over the weekend.
About Bitcoin?
No, about hockey, about the Rangers, and I don't know. At the end of the day, like yes, dude, you're seeing these big names go. I was telling, I still think Tarasenko, I think was probably the biggest miss right there.
But you think there's something like with they didn't want him, he didn't
him
want to
too
come
much.
there because it was a second and a fourth,
dude.
though.
But Florida got him for nothing.
But also
for
too, was it
nothing.
like the Senators? Like there's like is it like with the Yankees? There's just a lot. Like, is there a Rangers tax? Like, is that a thing where like teams like?
Well, I mean, again, like you think about like that player will now live in New York City.
Yeah.
Florida, you have like you're gonna make more money there. You don't get taxed as much.
No, but I just meant in
Like-
terms of the other teams saying, "Oh, we're not going to just give good players to the Rangers. Like they're going to have to pay more in the trade in terms of
maybe.
compensation."
Yeah. Perhaps that would be the case. I mean, I don't know though. I mean, you think about Ottawa, like Jesus, like they're absolute dumpster fire. Like it makes sense why they would just get rid of anyone for anything, But at the end of the day, it's just like you look at that deal, like how could the Rangers not have been in on that, but nonetheless, like my point is here, like the Rangers still, I mean, we have a great team, they're a cup contending team regardless of who they were picking up at the trade deadline. Like it's not like, oh man, like all these teams are gonna be too good for us now. I mean, it is gonna be tough though. Like I mean, when we face the Panthers, when you look at even the Bruins too, when it comes to playoff time, Carolina too, like everyone in the East, like kind of bolstered their team a little bit. In ways where they were not as good, right? Like like every team really improved themselves that you're going to be seeing in the playoffs. And you did not do that. I mean, not to say you didn't improve yourself. I guess Wenberg is an improvement on what you had.
And then Rick was saying Roslovic flies on the ice.
I'll have to do some more research on him.
It was a good move.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll have to do some more research on him, but still, like, maybe Drury has, did some magic there.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, if the Rangers do not win the cup,
it's going to get brought up.
It's going to certainly get brought up at the trade deadline where you stood stagnant, where a lot of teams were dealing players. Look at Tomas Hertl got dealt from the San Jose Sharks too. Like
to Vegas.
Oh my
to
God,
Vegas too. Like a lot of teams out of the West, like Colorado, Vegas.
What did he go for? Hurdle.
I don't know. I have to look it up. You can look it up. But dude, like again, like even if you make it to the cup now, any team that you will face in the cup final also added key players that will definitely be a factor in how they got to the cup at the trade deadline. So many teams bolstered their team, and the Rangers are a big contending team, probably one of the only contending teams that did not bolster their team
like
heavily.
with a big
bigger
name.
Yeah.
So I think the whole thing here, Tony,
Right.
I mean, it. I
First
think
rounder.
for them to get
that makes sense.
where they need to go, it's all going to be moving forward, really. Because sure, like Roslovic, Wenberg, they'll help out in spots, but I think the whole thing is like internal improvement. So it's like Mika has to be better.
Yeah.
Matt Rempe moving forward, has to play a bigger role. Capo Caco can't have 12 points through 50 games. He's got to step it up. So it's that, I guess, is the plan. I guess that was the plan.
Which isn't a terrible plan because, again, you want to move to this game against the Blues now that we just watched this past weekend. A 4-0 shutout. And
Igor
locked in, absolutely dialed in. You had goals from Jimmy Vesey, your third line guy. Capo Caco had a goal. Kreider had a goal. Trocheck had a goal. You were spreading the wealth that way. You had even
It's a power play goal
from Vinny T, dude.
Vinny T leading off the scoring.
So you obviously love to see that. And again, I mean, like that's the type of game you really needed after this trade deadline because you just relied on all the guys you've had. Again, Kako with a goal is huge too. I've been talking about him all season. Like he's gonna be a factor. I know it, dude. And yeah, I mean, we talked about the Blues. We're like, oh, like, dude, it's gonna be like we're gonna play the Blues this weekend. Buchnevich is gonna be having a hat trick. That's just what he does against the Rangers. But no, they get shut down. They get shut out. And I mean, you had a dominant victory by the Rangers. Which, by the way, I feel like earlier in the season, a game against the Blues to a mid team. I mean, I feel like sometimes the Rangers flub those games,
right?
Where they didn't come out hot, they didn't come out firing, and they let mid teams like that hang around during a game where it's 3-2 in the third, they end up losing it in the last couple of minutes or losing it in overtime, whereas they just absolutely shut them down from beginning to end of this game. So you have to see that. I mean, that's exactly what you want out of your team after somewhat, I mean, I wouldn't say an unsuccessful trade deadline, but I would say probably like a B- trade deadline, you know?
Maybe C+.
Maybe C+,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, dude, I mean, that the Rangers looked really fucking dominant.
Oh yeah,
against the Blues team. So obviously, big game tonight. I think they have a game tomorrow too. I could
Yes,
be wrong,
5
right?
games.
Five games this
after
week, which
one
is-
last week.
Yeah, which is kind
Or
of
what,
crazy.
2, I guess.
So a lot going on for sure this week. But I mean, this stretch is really going to tell, like who's going to be kind of a
and
benefactor.
obviously you want everybody every game to get better and improve and everything like that. But would you say for them to have success, to get where they need to get, the biggest source of improvement needs to come from Mika, or no?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you know, we talked about it. I mean, you know, the bottom 6, you just need more from them.
Right.
Honestly, I think I don't have Mika's numbers in front of me, but
19 goals.
But
Come
the
on.
assists, though, he's
Like,
I feel like he's leading the team in assists.
no,
No,
he's
not leading the team in assists.
no. I'll tell you in a second.
You tell me in a second.
This let's see what we got.
What do we got? Hockey
who-
reference.
If you had a second chance on who leads the team in assists, who would you say?
A second chance?
Yeah, because it's not Mika. I'll tell you that.
Fox.
No,
No.
Last guess.
I would
Tony.
probably say Panarin.
Yes, 52 assists for Artemi Panarin.
What does Mika have though? 45?
Mika has 35.
Stop it! Really?
He's third on the team. Vinny T, or actually he's fourth on the team. Oh, okay. So it's here. Let me just sort it because the
Yeah.
delay with the iPad.
It is tough, dude. It's
All right,
tough
whatever.
over
But
there.
anyway, so Panarin leads with 52. Second place is Fox with 41. Vinny T third with 37, and then Zibanejad fourth with 35. He's also fourth on the team in points. So, you know, the numbers should be better than that.
Yeah, the
And,
numbers should be better
I mean,
than that, dude.
Yes, if he's gonna have
Yeah.
a time where to catch fire, have it be right now, have it be in the playoffs, sure. But I think he's underwhelmed.
I mean, that first line has to catch fire, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been a little under. I know, you know, Kako and Kreider had a goal this past weekend, but they need to be consistently like hammering it, dude.
Mhm.
Because I mean, the second line's been doing so well.
right.
Panarin, Trocheck, like let's freaking go. Yeah, I guess the biggest improvement has to come from that first line in general, I would say. But still, I want more from everybody, dude. Like, I want the bottom 6 to do better. I want to see more goals out of Jimmy Vesey. Like, what the fuck, dude? That guy should be scoring more. I want, obviously, Capo Caco is one I'm pulling for, too. I think Lafreniere has been more than satisfactory this season for the Rangers. So he's been doing great there. But I guess really the first line, Jimmy Vesey.
But what do you think that they're going with Roslovich on the first line?
You think so?
No, they are. It's
They
like
are?
on the Daily Faceoff.
Really?
By the way, I was showing Choker Daily Faceoff. Didn't know anything about it. Loved it. He's like,
Really?
watching Hurricanes. I can't believe like this is all right.
Oh, it's
Like,
sick, dude. Yeah,
he
I'm
was
so
pumped.
happy that he likes that.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do they have right now?
All right.
First
So
line is
Kreider,
Yeah.
Zibanejad, and Roslovich. Second line, Panarin, Vinny T, Lafreniere. Like, how is Panarin on the second? I mean, I guess it's like you have to stagger things, but
Yeah.
he just like, I don't know. It's like, don't you think it's like he's your best player and he's on the second line?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, that's just.
Is he's a righty? Yeah.
Yeah, he's ready.
So why can't he play right wing?
He might just be more comfortable on the left side, is what it is.
I mean, get it together though. You know what I mean? Like that line of Kreider, Zibanejad, and Ross and Panarin. I mean,
yeah, no, they need to get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but I'm saying he should be able to play right wing.
You want to put him on right wing with that? I don't know. I like the breakup. I think him, Vinny T, and Lafreniere have been great this season. So I
True,
don't have any
true.
complaints about their chemistry.
Third line, Cooley, Wenberg, Kako. Fourth line, VC, Goudreau, Tony,
Goudreau.
and Rempe. They interviewed him after the first intermission. I don't know if you saw that.
Goudreau?
No, yeah. It was
Yeah.
funny. Choker's like, oh, I didn't know like they like interview people after. I was like, oh, well, this is like a Rangers thing. They just do it like after each period.
Do they not do it for anyone else?
I don't know, honestly, but also, yeah, I'm not sure because I don't.
I guess I don't watch a lot
Yeah.
of the away
Local
broadcasts.
broadcast too.
Yeah.
Obviously, national is different.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just just thought it was kind of interesting. They went with that, but like I said, I mean, obviously Rick knows a thing or two about hockey. So if he's in on Roslovich,
Yeah.
maybe he'll help us more than we think.
I hope
and
Kako can do well in the third line. It's Cooley and
Wenberg with Kako.
All right,
I mean,
dude.
Kako, I mean, is right probably next for me in terms of improvement. Need it.
And I mean, like that line, I mean, you're going to be relying on him a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the most veteran Ranger on that line.
Cooley has been getting aggressive with like shots and stuff. you
Love
know?
Cooley.
Oh, you know what else you'd be
Love
around
Cooley.
about Chokery? Like, I didn't even need to say this. He said it towards me. He's like, he gets annoyed when they don't just shoot. And he's like, you just fire it. And I was like saying, like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you're accurate. Like, you know, basketball, like people kind of give you like side eye, you're missing a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
Hockey, it's like just fire pucks.
Fire the pucks,
That's the whole goal.
Because you're bound to get some dirty goal at one point, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So
Riley knows. I'm sure he had a lot of scored on him.
I did.
But of course, great to get the win against the Blues, and nice to be out in front of the home fans tonight against the Devils, a team that you should beat. Were you guys surprised to see Kakko Kakkonen get traded for Vita Vanacek?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I think they picked up Jake Allen too. I think the Devils, right?
From Montreal.
Yeah. So clearly, like, you know, bolstering their
what a
their
downfall
goaltender.
for Vanacek, though. And
I know
they needed to trade a 7th round pick. The Devils with Vanacek to get Kakkonen, whose numbers are terrible this year anyway.
I was just saying Kakkonen doesn't have great numbers, but he's young, right?
Yeah, he is.
So I don't know. I mean, I think they're just trying desperately to get a good goaltender right now. I don't know. I don't know if that was really the right move, getting rid of those guys, especially for the guys they brought in. I mean, Jake Allen. I mean, come on, dude. Like, what is this? Fucking 2007?
Yeah. You know, I mentioned quickly before, you know, about what the Hurricanes did with Gensel, trading Michael Bunting for him, and then obviously bringing in Kuznetsov, who had some good shots on goal when we were watching the game on Saturday. They're going to be a problem. We're going to play them tomorrow. So,
yeah, I know. The back-to-back,
it's a shame Chokery had an opportunity to go today and tomorrow, but he can't.
Oh,
yeah, because the neighbor has season tickets.
Oh,
yeah, and I was telling him all, and then also too, he has YouTube TV. They don't get
the local,
Bally, and then he's blocked out because he has ESPN Plus. But I told him get a VPN.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to work on
that. That is so annoying. You gotta, dude. You gotta. Are Carolina playing today and tomorrow as well?
Or no. Okay, so I think it was. Oh, they played. Yes, that's what it was. He could have went yesterday, and then they play the Rangers tomorrow, in Carolina. So,
dude's such a tough stretch for the Rangers right here, dude. These two, they're back to back.
But I think the Devils. I mean, Quick is starting, by the way, which I expected because obviously Carolina's going to be tough on the road tomorrow. But it's like I almost think Carolina is as much of a problem as Florida is. Honestly, I know Florida's been really impressive, but getting Gensel and Kuznetsov.
I mean, Carolina was deep to begin with, dude.
Yeah.
And now they're going to be like.
And now that Kochkinov is playing well at net.
Oh, my God. It was going to be a fucking nightmare. Bless you.
So I was really impressed at, at what they did.
Dude.
Did the Bruins make any deals or no?
Yeah, we got Pat Maroon.
Who's that?
Oh, you did get Pat Maroon.
Yeah.
That's a good. Was he coming from Winnipeg at the time? Where was he coming from? Seattle?
No, the Wild.
The Minnesota. He's been around for a while.
He's just gonna be a
nice
nice third liner, fourth liner for us, playoff player.
I like him.
That's all we need.
He's a little.
And then
gritty.
we got a young guy on the blue line. That's like a little above average defenseman, but like nothing crazy. And that was it.
Well, how have you felt about them recently?
I mean, beat the Penguins the other day by a good amount, like 5-1. I think tonight we play the Blues.
Home against St. Louis.
Hey.
And beat Toronto last Thursday 4-1.
Toronto.
But that another overtime loss last week against Edmonton 2-1.
Overtime losses, yeah.
And then coming up at Montreal, home to Philadelphia, home to Ottawa, and then a big game at home against the Rangers on the 21st.
That's gonna be huge.
But like just heading down the stretch here, I mean, do you feel good about a run?
I mean, I feel great. I feel very good about a run.
Yeah.
Like we're playing a different brand of hockey this year. I mean, it feels like the defense, the goaltending.
Oh, did you hear too that like they had a trade for Ullmark, but he said
He said no.
Yeah. Which is interesting. But I guess he didn't want to move the family, and then him and Swayman, I guess, are boys. I guess that's what they were saying.
Yeah, I would have liked.
Nice.
I would have liked to get traded.
I forgot what team it was, but
that's kind of crazy. That like I would have.
But Swayman's numbers are better. I mean, what do you think they're in the playoffs? Are they just going to play Swayman? You think?
I hope Swayman plays every game.
Yeah,
that is what I want. But who knows?
And then there's 4 games tonight, which we'll get to. One note I wanted to make: I did watch the majority of this. How about the Isles? 6 straight win, 6-1. I know it is the Ducks, and they traded everybody except for Toronto. But the Islanders are in that second wild card spot now. So Patrick Waugh I mean, really paying dividends finally.
Yeah, I think what he did, I want to say he moved Brock Nelson up to the line with Horvat and Barzal. And I think Barzal and Horvat both had points too in that game, or multiple points. They both had goals in that game. So I think maybe him switching some lines around is good. I mean, I don't know. The Islanders, again, they could get hot. They were a team for me that I thought could make a wild card spot when we did our seasonal previews. But we'll see. I mean, Islanders have been known to implode. Even this season, we've seen them implode in games, let alone, the entire season. So we've seen that before too. So I don't know. They have to get hot right now and stay hot if they want to stick around. And I think it helps too. I think Detroit is on like a 7-game losing streak right now.
They interviewed Yzerman in the game we were watching over the weekend, and he was
tight.
Yeah, because they got their asses handed to them by, I think, Arizona or something. Like, it was like embarrassing.
Well, it seems like the Islanders offense has really picked up since that Stadium Series game.
Yeah,
literally. They came back.
And then what they do here on the lines, I'm just looking at. So first line is Nelson, Horvat, and Barzal, which is a great line. And
crazy.
Second line is Lee, Pageau, and Palmieri. Third line is Engvall, who scored yesterday, Cizikas, and then Holmstrom. And then they have Cal Clutterbuck on the fourth line with McLean and Martin.
Wow.
Matt Martin on the fourth line. I didn't realize that.
He's an old bruiser, man.
And then the fact, too, that they have Varlamov, who played great in that. Like, that's a good tender to have. I mean, obviously, it's not like the Bruins goaltending situation, but down the stretch, when you need to win every game, to have a competent backup like that, that's probably going to get them into the playoffs alone.
Yeah, definitely. If Varlamov can stay healthy, because I feel like in the beginning of the year, maybe he was a little hurt, banged up, didn't play well, bad numbers. But is picking it up now, which is great.
I didn't realize he was 35.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Where was he the starter?
Oh, gosh.
Colorado.
Was it
Colorado and Washington. He was a starter in the Winter Classic against Pittsburgh at Heinz Field.
I didn't realize.
A long time ago.
Okay. So, yeah, he's a great backup tender, though. So, yeah, that's interesting. Obviously, I guess, because Boston is in the one spot right now.
In the East?
Yeah.
I don't think so, dude. Like of the Eastern Conference?
Or Florida is. Okay,
yeah,
so
Florida.
So that's the thing, though. Like, if the Islanders get the wild card, that's who they're gonna have to face, right?
Yeah, that's
So
correct.
That would be a tough matchup. But yeah, the point wise, Panthers 1 point ahead of Boston, and then the Rangers are in third, Carolina 4, and then Maple Leafs 5. What a tough Eastern Conference.
I know, kind of crazy how tough it is, dude. Although I would honestly anticipate, like, I think Toronto's going to drop down.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough because there's a significant point disparity between them and Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
it's about an 8-point disparity, but I don't know, man. Toronto, I just can't see. Even if they do, they're a first-round exit, no matter who they play.
10 minutes.
You gotta leave? Oh, wow, it's 11:35.
I feel like we're good because all we really have left is a frenzy. I was just gonna say, since I don't have my laptop, you could mark it down in your notebook or.
Oh yeah, certain. Oh yes, definitely.
And then I feel like I was gonna say one other thing, but I guess I could just say it out there. But yeah. So let's strike it up. It is time for the hockey frenzy.
All right, dude. Here we go. It's Monday, March 11th, around the National Hockey League. We have plenty of games tonight, dude. By plenty, I mean not that many. There's 4 games. So first on and off here, we're going to start out with the Rangers. We're just talking about them 7 o'clock here.
NHL Network.
MSG, NHL Network. The Rangers are the favorites at home at -140.
Quick
not
start.
Giving them a lot because Quick is getting that start.
Versus Kokkonen.
Obviously a big metropolitan division here. Over-under is at 6.5, Brian. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Jonathan Quick, the last couple starts, he's given up a couple goals. I think this is a good opportunity against the Devils team. I saw them playing against Carolina on Saturday. Held their own for a little bit, but then the Hurricanes pulled away. I think they're done. Interim coach and trading Vanacek. I think it's over for them. They're not making it to the playoffs this year. So I think the Rangers easily beat the Devils tonight. I'm going to say 4-1 because I think Quick will have a good night in net. So Rangers and the under. Give Mika his 20th. Come on, let's go. And Chicago. Come on.
Absolutely love it here. Obviously, going Rangers. Got to go Rangers here. Devils are probably going to get honestly probably, I don't want to say shut out, but maybe the last 2 games these two teams have played each other. Rangers 5-1, Rangers 5-3. So obviously the Rangers can score here. Over under is kind of tough, obviously. Over once, under once. Give me the Rangers here. I want to say there's going to be a little bit more scoring here. I say they win, I don't know, 6-2. So give me Rangers. I'll write this down. And the over, dude. All right, next game up. We're moving on. Oh, wait, Trouba is out for 2 to 3 weeks.
I
Just
did
FYI.
see that, yeah.
Next up, Riley's favorite team, the Boston Bruins at home, TD Garden, St. Louis Blues. I don't know, man. Tough here. Over-under is set at 5.5, excuse me. The Bruins, obviously the favorite, TD Garden, minus 230. Blues, 3-game losing streak. What do you think's happening here?
Well,
We got
we'll talk about this in a second,
Oh,
but I
no.
have to mention this. And Josh texted us. Garrett Cole is having an MRI on his pitching elbow. So say our Hail Marys on that one. So, keep you posted there. But Brian Hoke reporting that. So anyway, yeah, I mean, the Bruins got to beat the Blues here. I mean, there's really no excuse. Riley knows it. So I think they will win this one. I think they'll shut down the Blues offense. I think it's 3-1. So Bruins in the under.
Dang, I was just going to say that as well. I mean, I totally agree. Actually, yeah, I'll say Bruins in the under as well. I think defensive, good job there. Maybe Binnington puts up a good fight there. So give me Bruins in the under as well. Next game up, we're going to Winnipeg. That's right, we're in Canada here as the Jets minus 210 at home against the Washington Capitals. Capitals suck. Over-under is at 5.5. Speaking of Capitals sucking, they're on a 2-game win streak right now, beating Pittsburgh handily 6-0, and then Chicago after that. And the Winnipeg Jets coming off the 5-0 loss against Vancouver. What's happening here, Brian?
What a better time to play Washington. I know they won the last 2, but they're due for a loss. Jets are due for a win. Nice and easy here. Hellebuck shutout. Again, the under. So 3 straight unders for me. I'm going to say the Jets 4-0 over the Caps.
Sorry, you said under, right?
Yep.
Give me Jets in the over here. I think lots of scoring from both sides. Hellebuck seems like he's not really playing very well right now, and obviously we know the Caps suck. So give me the Jets high scoring. I say they win this game 5-3. Heavy on the over. Last game here, 10:30 p.m. The Crypto.com arena, as Brian is saying his prayers literally for Garrett Cole right now.
As I'm
The
texting Josh
Kings
B.
taking on the Islanders, who are hot right now. Can the Kings have what it takes to cool the Islanders off? Last game, these two teams faced each other back in December. Islanders won 3-2 in overtime. We know the Islanders are hot. Kings in their last 5 games have won 3 of the last 5, actually. So, I'm sorry, over under 5.5. By the way, Brian, what do you got?
Islanders, you're going to have Sorokin back in net. A shutout. 4 unders for me tonight. I'm going to say the Islanders win their 7th straight game, most since 2012. And we're going to see Casey Cizikas, 2 goals and an assist. Isles, we're going to say 4-0 in Los Angeles.
Give me Oppo here. I'm going to go Kings in the over. Absolute offensive explosion, I think, from the Kings. Islanders can't keep it up. They're old. No way, no how. Give me the Kings. Kevin Fiala with the Hattie Boom Batty hat trick, dude. Kings win this one, I don't know, 5-2. And that
is your hockey frenzy.
Bang, baby.
Obviously, hate seeing that regarding Cole, and I guess something about recovery during starts. Brian Hoke was tweeting out. But it's just, it's just one of those things. Do I know? Yes. Like maybe 50% of the time when you see something like this, you're doomed. But it's not every time. And I guess you just got to hope for the best, right? I mean, what else can we do? And like, if it is something major where it's like, that's it for the year or something like that, I think you will see them immediately pivot to one of the 2 pitchers that's left on the market.
I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a silver lining. Thank God there are 2 pitchers left on the market here. It would be kind of funny if you see Jordan Montgomery to Yankees jersey again. But nonetheless, I mean, let's not, sound the alarms quite yet.
But
Brian.
the alarm,
I mean, your hand is on the alarm.
Yeah.
Hasn't pushed it yet.
Yeah.
So MRI today, you say? Like MRI will have the results by today.
Yep. And then
Jesus
Josh
mercy.
B. Something about Judge, but this was going around yesterday. He's fine. It just said he's beat up from his mid-spring workload. Isn't here for scheduled batting practice. Spoon said the plan is for him to sit out games until Wednesday. So hopefully it's not one of those things that we're hiding stuff like we've seen them do before. But again, just gonna do my best to keep it together.
That medical staff.
If you were me, Riley, honestly, would you be completely panicked?
Anytime they talk about elbow in a starting pitcher, it's already a panic right away, especially if it's an ace. Giolito not an ace.
No.
Yeah.
But I would be freaking out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I know Judge is gonna be fine. I know that. But yeah, Cole. I mean, is it 50-50 or is it worse than that?
I almost hate it more when it comes out and the guy's like, he had like a something strain and we're gonna try to bring him back in mid-May. Every time they say that, it seems like it always he comes back for one start and then it gets worse.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope it's like clean.
But what would like the diagnosis be where it's something that's not what would you know what I mean? Like what is like what am I hoping to hear them say? Nothing comes up in the MRI and it is like
it's just like a general soreness.
Okay.
Maybe just inflammation.
Yeah.
Just general inflammation.
And that what they would like shut him down.
Shut him down for a little bit.
Probably miss the opening day start.
Could still be ready for opening day, maybe.
Oh man. But like I said, I mean, do you guys agree too though that if it is like a season ender or something, like they would sign one of those
probably
guys?
go get Snell right away.
Yeah. You think so too, Tony?
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. Man, we were getting through the spring pretty good, and then Peraza started this barrage. But just got to be optimistic, hope for the best. All we could do. So hopefully there's something better to report tomorrow. Yes. But another great episode today. Tons of people tuning in live, and we appreciate all of the the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, and we encourage everybody to check out all the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jane. Costume merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees and Rangers. And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.